Hi, this is Edith, Educational Technologist at Oregon Tech, and in this video I am going to go over the Formulas tab. I am not going to get very involved in the Formulas tab. If you need more information on how to use the formulas, probably check with a math teacher because I am not very good at them. But I just do want to allow you to know that they are available in here. The one that I use the most of is, of course, the auto sums. So I can go over that a little bit because I use that for these here, and I will explain that in a little bit. Functions. Now you can get functions one of two ways. You can, or formulas, I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm wrong again. Functions. Functions are here and here. This is a whole different list of functions that you can use within your Excel spreadsheet. You have the commonly used functions. You can see these are my most recent. These are the ones that I probably use the most of. I can select all, financial, date and time. Today is one that I use on occasion. And what you have to do, or not have to do, what you should do is if you're interested in what a function does, you can actually just select it. And it will actually tell you, let's go ahead and go to Math and Trig. It will tell you what you need to do. Or what it does. And then if, okay, yes, I want to use this one and I want to, do a sum of the products. I can say, okay, and then it will ask me where I can find the information at. So I can either choose to put the information in here manually, or I can click on this box and I can actually grab one of my one of my cells and say, I want that one there. I want this one here, and I want this one here. And so I could put in as many as I want. I'm not sure how many it goes up to. It will tell you what the result is too. So that's really kind of cool. And this is true for every function that's in there. You will get this same type of dialog box. You just need to go through and see how to put the information in, or how you would like to put the information in. Go in and explore that for sure. Auto sum. So auto sum will take, I can click on this and it will recognize that I have a bunch of numbers above for that maybe I want to add. So I can just hit enter. Oops. I can't hit enter, I'm sorry. I have to select the four. It will automatically guide me, but you have to still select and say, yes, those are the ones. Because maybe I want to add these ones down here. What I would do is hit my control key, hold that down, and add these as well. And then I can hit enter. And then I now have the sum of this here and the sum of this here. And that's what this is here. I can also do an average, so I can click on that, and again this one's actually selected my numbers, but what if I want to add these? I just hold down my control key, I hit enter, and now I have an average of all of those numbers that I have selected. So you can count numbers, you can set minimum, you can set maximum. So if I hit it here, it's telling me that the 4479 is my maximum. So there's a lot of things you can do with the auto sum. Again, here's your recently used. You can see which ones I've used before. Payment is very good, especially if you have a financial class. You have the financial class. So these are all the formulas that are available to anybody who's using this, a present value. It makes things a lot easier. And you can also hover over it and it will kind of give you some information about it, and then you can come in here and say, the rate is 0.25. I'm going to have 12 payments in at $300. And so I can say okay, and this is the value it will give me for that. Logical, again, if, ands, else is not my favorite. Well, there's no else in here, but, still not my favorite. And then we have text. So I have not used a lot of these, but you know, if you need to know some formulas, this is where you're going to find them. Date and time, again, today is one that I use. So I can actually say, okay, just say okay, and it now tells me what date it is. Now, if I were to come back in again tomorrow, this is actually going to change to the 6th. And if I come in on Saturday, it'll change to 7. If I look at this document on Sunday, it's going to change to 8th. I think you get the general idea of how the today works. But, you know, again, those are things that you can work with and you know, see what might work for you. Look up and reference. I have not... let's see. Let's look at it. So you can also go in here. It'll kind of give you an idea of what to look for and how to set this up. So, you know, definitely look through these. Math and trig, again, you know, I guarantee you a lot of your students are using this if you are teach a math class, you know, math type class. This is so helpful, and it really does help them. And I would encourage, if they want to use it, my opinion is let them use it, because this is how they learn. They start to understand how the numbers come in together, and they can also check their work quite well with it. More functions. So you got statistical, you got engineering, you got cube, you got information, compatibility, and web. So there's a lot of things that you can find in here. Name manager. You can create a information here. So you can see earlier in another video, I actually created a print area. I can delete it if I choose not to use it. I can actually edit it and maybe make a different thing. So that's just all that's about. Define name. Perhaps I want to change the name of the workbook or of the, let's see what happens. Actually, say okay. So that changes the name of that text of that cell. I don't know if you saw that. So see how it says test up here? It changed the name of the cell. Kind of interesting. So that may be something that you want to put in there. You know, oh, I want to call it the answer field. You know, so go find the answer box and it'll tell you, you know, that's where it is or whatever. So that's maybe useful to you, because what you could do with your drop down now is you can see that I have all of these different things, and I can actually go to those places and find them quickly without having to go through the whole document. I can use those names into a formula. That's really very cool. Or I can create names from a selection. So like if I wanted this to be the selection, I can create it from the top row and say okay. This selection is okay. So let's see. Create from selection. Oh, because I'm in the wrong area. So say I want to come here, create from selection, top row. Okay. This section is make sure the copy and paste areas don't overlap unless they are the same size shape. So it's something you'll have to play with. I seem to keep getting that same error that you have seen. Trace precedence. Show arrows that indicate which cells affect the value of the currently selected value cell. And the control pipe, or not the pipe, the control square bracket. Will also show you this as well. And so you can see now these things are saying that this and this were what created this. That's very cool. I like it. I've never used it, so it's something I learned today. Let's see if we can find a dependent cell. Let's see. No formulas that refer to the active cell. So obviously I haven't done much with dependence as much as precedence. I can also remove the arrows. I could show formulas. So the one thing you could do is definitely show your formulas. But when you show your formulas, you will not see the answers. So that's what that does. So if you want to check somebody's formulas or make sure they did it correctly, or, you know, they might be missing something, this is where you would find it. And you can maybe find out where their error was. Error checking. That'll check and see if there's any errors in the sheet. So, so like down here in another video, I had this set wrong. So let's see if that might be might be able to be fixed by the just okay. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll fix it later. Was it, which one was it? I thought it was one of these. Oh, here we go. So I can now go into error checking, and so it'll say the error check is complete. But you can see that I have a circular reference, and it's going to tell me where the circular reference is. I can also see the error down here. So I'm going to go back there, and I'm going to take that out and make it a 25 again, and make my computer happy because it gets cranky at me when I don't fix things. I can also evaluate formulas. So it's showing me what the formula is, and if I click on evaluate, it's going to show me my answer. And so to show result of the underlying expression, click evaluate. The most recent results appears italicized. So that's, I selected max, so this is the maximum number. Watch window. I imagine you can add another, select the cells you would like to watch the value of. Say add. Okay, and so maybe if I change this, let's see, let's change it to an auto sum, enter. So I can see that this has changed. So maybe that's what I'm doing here with the watch here, is that I'm watching the changes that are made within the cell. So I can know that I made this change and how it was changed. That may work really well with the share function. Calculation options, automatic. I have never changed this, so automatic except for data tables and manual. So you have these options here. You can also calculate now. It'll calculate whatever it is that you're looking to calculate. And then you can calculate sheet. And so, perhaps there's a calculation that you haven't finished, or you did, and, you may have updated a number or something. And as you can see, this is only needed when the calculation is turned off, which is right here. Okay, so if you're in automatic manual and you're just doing this manually, you need to make sure you calculate your sheets or your area that you're working on. So if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, feedback, want to know more about something that I didn't cover, please feel free to contact me, edis.warden@oit.edu, extension 51730, and I'm on Skype, Edis Warden, and you may IM me, video conference me anytime. We can set up a meeting if you need some one-on-one help, and I will be glad to come over and help you. All right, you have a fabulous day, and I will be talking to you soon. Thank you.